welcome as people are finding their way to the sanctuary. Today is the first Friday that our hostages are getting the first Shabbat, that our hostages are getting to be with their families in Israel. I'll announce it a little bit later as well, but at the end of the service, I will invite you to come and gather with me around the hostages table. And tonight, with a couple of readings, we're going to disassemble finally that table, and we're going to fold the Israeli flag, and we're simply going to meditate on those who are still held captive. Thankfully, they're not alive, but still receiving the bodies for proper burial is very, very important to Israelis. So tonight it's joy and sadness together. And with that, let me begin with a reading that is not in the prayer book. It's inspired by a prayer of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, and it goes like this. Eternal source and soul of peace, send your peace into the midst of Am Israel, your people. Let it heal our rifts and soothe the bitterness of intolerance. Let it overcome distrust, isolation, and rivalry. May your peace, Adonai our God, flow in every stream of Judaism, and may it inspire solidarity, uniting us as one people. Let peace grow and increase, and let it shape the lives of all human beings. Let there be nothing but peace, no hatred or jealousy, no victories that bring suffering and loss to people and nations, only love and peace, strong, profound, and true. We yearn for love that knits us together. We yearn for the wisdom of community, shared knowledge, empathy, and trust. May the words that we speak and the meditations of our hearts open pathways of truth and understanding. At this time, I'd like to also welcome everyone who are watching us via YouTube. Welcome. We can feel your presence here with us. And from here, let us continue on page 648 in your Siddur with Shir Chadash.
Sing unto God of the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God of the earth the new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Sing with us. Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God a new song.
ברוך אתה, אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, for commanding us to kindle these lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner El Shabbat.
And now that we've welcomed Shabbat, I invite you to wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Take a few moments to perhaps get up and introduce yourself to someone you don't know yet. And remember that hugs are always welcome at Temple Adas Shalom. And tonight I'm staying here. I am a little bit under the weather, and I really don't want to share my bugs. All right, my friends, we will have a lot more time to schmooze after the service. I invite you to find your seats. All right, let us find our seats and continue with Lechun Ranina, page 130.
Lechu, lechu, naranena, naranena, ladonai naria, naria, letzor yishenu. Lechu, lechu, naranena, naranena, ladonai naria, naria, letzor yishenu. Nekama pana v'toda b'zerot naria lo. 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 Lechu, lechu, naranena, naranena, ladonai naria, naria, letzor yishenu. Lechu, lechu, naranena, naranena, naria letzor yichenu. Nechama fanav v'toda b'zurot naria lo. Nechama fanav v'toda b'zurot naria lo. Nechama fanav v'toda b'zurot naria lo. Nechama fanav v'toda b'zurot naria lo.
And on page 144, you will find the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikdal v'yikdash me rabba.
Amen.
Excuse me, let's try this again in Hebrew.
Aramaic.
Yes, in that one. Yikdal v'yikdash me rabba.
Amen.
Rabal divrach cherutei va'amlich malchutei. B'chayechon yomechon. Uv'chayei dekol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, vimru amen. Yesh me rabba mavarach, la'olam molol me almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbohar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemeda kudsha, brichu le'ela, min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran b'alma, v'imru amen.
If it is available to you this evening, I invite you now to rise as we continue with the Barichu on page 146.
Mark's going to come sing with us. Awesome. I always tell the choir, even if it's not an actual choir night, if they're here and they want to sing, I always welcome it.
Next week.
Next week is choir. However, don't go anywhere.
Gotcha. Standing as we continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, page 149.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher mivaro Ma'ariv Aravim.
Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. This has been quite an eventful week. Let us all take a deep breath in. Let's let it all out and simply melt into Shema Yisrael, the watchword of our people, with a good sigh of relief. Please be seated as we continue with the V'ahavta on page 154.
All right, no bloopers on this one. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאוד הידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי ותהיהם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Together, thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem. Amen.
Let's turn to page 157 and continue responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. And sitting on the shore of the sea, we will continue with Mi Chamocha, page 158. Page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. Let us continue with Hashkivenu. And we are on pages 161 and 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Teach us sing throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Adonai, guard us from all harmful things. Oh Adonai, keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with the morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha.
One more time, if you're able, I will invite you now to rise as we continue with the tefillah, also known as the Amidah. On page 164, we will open with Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, and then we will continue on pages 166 and 168.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Adonai, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your grace. Adonai, eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your grace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל העליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך חוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מיכאל הכל אתה לרב להושיע. משיב נדיב הגשם, מחכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומחיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, נאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלע. Baruch ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Let's read together. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Now let's take a few moments of silent reflection, and when you're done with your own private conversation with God, I will invite you to take your seat. So before we engage in the reading of the Torah, Parshat Bereshit, let me just give you a very, very short synopsis. And I will talk about it a little bit more a little later. God creates the world and everything in it in 6 days, and God rests on the seventh. Adam and Eve are placed in the Garden of Eden, where they eat the forbidden fruit and are subsequently exiled. Adam and Eve have 2 sons, Abel and Cain. Cain kills his brother Abel. Adam and Eve have another child named Seth. The Torah lists the 10 generations from Adam to Noah. God regrets having created human beings and decides to destroy everything on earth, but Noah finds favor with God. And with that, as you can see, the Torah is already out tonight. Tonight we're going to have a shorter version of our Torah service. And I'd like to invite now Mike to deliver the Amidah as I read from the first chapter of the first book, which is Bereshit or Genesis.
You thought you just had a random name. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you. I'm not the only one bloopering tonight. Baruch Baruch Adonai Ambarak Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et השמיים ואת הארץ, והארץ הייתה תוהו ובוהו, וחושך על פני תהום, ורוח אלוהים מרחפת על פני המים. ויאמר אלוהים יהי אור, ויהי אור. וירא אלוהים את האור כי טוב, ויבדל אלוהים בין האור ובין החושך, ויקרא אלוהים לאור יום, ולחושך קרא לילה, ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר יום אחד.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'char banu Torah temet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So, with the reading of the Torah, since it's still standing right here outside, we're going now to focus our energies on those who are ill and in need of refuah shlema, complete and wholesome healing. This week, we lovingly think of Amelia Parsons, Baby Pepe, Fred Belkin, Giancarlo Capazzoli, Heather Mullis, Jennifer Gordon, Judy Zipkin, Kathy Lazarski, Rita Dalal, Steve Larson. If you'd like to add a name to our healing list, please raise your hand and say that name when my eyes meet yours. Let us all join together in singing the beautiful melody by Debbie Friedman. You can find the lyrics on page 371 as we continue with the Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Nekor HaBracha Imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Ibotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This week we begin again with Parshat Bereshit, in the beginning, or Genesis in Greek. The scroll is rolled back to the very start, and we are given the sacred opportunity to begin the Torah anew. But this year we read Bereshit with hearts pierced by unexpected rays of light. Just days ago, we witnessed a moment of profound relief and significance, the return of all living hostages, those who had been torn from their homes and their families during one of the darkest chapters in our recent history. Yet the work is not done. The remains of those who perished in captivity are still difficult to locate, but they will be found. Israel will not cease its efforts, searching, demanding, until each and every one of them is brought home for burial in Israel, close to their loved ones. And today, the first Shabbat, with hostages at home, we reflect on the meaning of that return and what this Torah, teaches us about darkness and the possibility of redemption. Vayhi erev, vayhi boker, as I chanted a couple of moments ago. Vayhi erev, vayhi boker, yom echad. There was evening, there was morning, the first day. The Torah begins in darkness, tohu vavohu, chaos, void, confusion. The deep is shrouded in shadow until God speaks, Yehi o, let there be light. This first light is not the sun or moon. They come a little bit later. This is something deeper, more essential. Now, the Midrash teaches that this was the Or Haganuz, the hidden light of creation, a pure light of goodness and truth set aside to be revealed in moments of great need. And when we saw the hostages return, those who had endured unimaginable physical, emotional, and spiritual darkness, we glimpsed, even if just briefly, that Ol Haganuz, that hidden light breaking through the chaos. A flicker of what redemption can look like, even in a world that still feels painfully incomplete. The hostage's return does not undo the trauma. It does not restore all that has been lost, but it affirms central truth of our faith. Darkness is not the end of the story. Vayhi erev, vayhi boker, first comes evening, then morning. First comes pain, then hope. First comes exile, then redemption. This is not only the rhythm of creation, it is the rhythm of Jewish history, of Jewish belief, of Jewish survival. The Torah tells us that human beings are created B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. This is not just a theological principle, it's a call to action. If we are made in God's image, then we too must say, Yehi o, let there be light. Let there be compassion going forward. Let there be justice. Let there be a refusal to let darkness define us. We do not have God's power, but we do have God's image. And that means we are called to be partners in creation, bringing light where there is fear, bringing dignity where there is degradation, bringing unity where there is division. The return of the hostages was made possible by the tireless work of those who refused to give up, who refused to give in to despair. It happened through human hands, moved by divine spark, and I really do believe that. That is what it means to walk in God's ways, to bring light into the void. Shabbat is a taste of redemption. Excuse me. On this day, we stop, we breathe, and remember. The world was not created for violence, but for rest. Not for fear, but for peace. Not for hatred, but for holiness. So let this Shabbat, Bereshit, the first Shabbat of the Torah cycle, and the first Shabbat in which all our living hostages are finally home, be a moment of sacred pause, a moment to begin again, a moment to start the long journey of healing for them, for their family, and for all of us as well. Let us say to one another and to the world, Yehi o, let there be light finally. And may we soon see the full restoration of all who have suffered, the reunion of every broken family, and the peace that has eluded us for far too long. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and may it be Shabbat of light, healing, and hope. And with that, let me just mention one more time that at the conclusion of the service, I will invite you to come and stand around the table that we created 2 years ago during Passover, inviting all the hostages spiritually to join us. We will dismantle, is this the right word in English? Yeah. Dismantle the table out there. We will light a ner neshama, and there a yortzeit candle for those who are not returned yet, for those who have died. And we will bring that painful chapter to a closure, at least right here at Temple Adas Shalom. And with that, I will now invite, we don't have the president here. Mark, would you like to deliver the announcements,
past
or will you
president.
skip tonight?
We have our
You're so
immediate
good
past
at it. You're so experienced.
And by the way, I honestly appreciate you coming up and singing tonight. It actually, I really sounds good.
Well, it wasn't intentional. I thought the choir was singing.
Next-
That's why I rushed. Pat was putting the challah or whatever she was doing in the kitchen.
I think she set you up. That's what I think happened.
Anyway, well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
We are glad to be back. Pat and I are back from Maine and parts of Canada, Nova Scotia. So happy to chat about that during Oneg. So tonight we already talked about yard sites, so let's see what's on the next page. Oh, celebrations, there we go, I'm good at this. Randy and Frank Chansey anniversary, Jason and Tracy Sober anniversary, and Heather and Timothy McJilton, all celebrating anniversaries this week. And birthdays, Stanley Friedman, Amy Tannenbaum, who I think just got married. Was it Amy that got married? So happy birthday and mazel tov. Deb Temple and Natasha Pollock, all birthdays this coming week. And let's see. I guess the thing that's coming is what's happening next Saturday night, which is the 70th anniversary gala. If you didn't get a ticket, you can still buy a raffle ticket for the 50-50. Please do. It's $100, but the prospect is up to $15,000 if we sell all 300 tickets. In any event, it'll be a nice farewell from that event if you win. And let's see, what else is going on here? The
Tian Torah is this Sunday at 10 a.m.
Oh, good. Don't want to miss that. We've got Trunk or Treat coming up Sunday at 12:30 for the kiddos. We talked about the gala. Wickedly Delicious. Team Pink versus Team Green. This is the Sisterhood event that's going to be on Saturday, November 15th, 4 to 6:30 p.m. Sign up. There's a QR code right in the bulletin this week. Also, November 16th, put it on your calendar, Adult Ed Movie Night. The movie is going to be School Ties, and it's gotten critical reviews, positive reviews. And so mark that down, no cost, and I'm sure there's going to be popcorn. And on November the 20th, we have an incredible speaker coming. That's a Thursday night, and that is Frank Mianek, who, well, like it says, Breaking Hate, how a neo-Nazi found his way to Judaism. So very fascinating. We saw, if you were here a couple of weeks ago, there was a clip that we saw for about 15 minutes that kind of described what he went through, but he'll be here in person. And bring your friends, bring your relatives. It's open to the public. If you have anybody that's not in preschool, doesn't have a place in preschool, we have a couple of openings left. And we have the nominating committee is in the process of calling people who have been nominated for the couple of open offices. If you want to get involved, if you're interested in serving on the board and helping lead our congregation, give me a call. I chair that committee as the immediate past president. And I think that's it for the announcements, unless I've left something out that somebody would like to add. Okay, hearing
think
none.
we're all good.
Next.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. And as we come to the conclusion of our service, I will invite you now to rise one more time. As we continue with the Aleinu, please turn to page 586 in your Siddur.
Aleinu leshabeach Adon hakol, latei gdula leyotzeh bereshit, shehu noten shamayim ve'oseh haaretz, u'moshav yikaro hashamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo be'korei me'orim, hu Eloheinu אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This week, in loving memory, we honor those who recently passed, Mildred Job Snyder, and for the Yortsites observed this past week, we think of Berthold Baer, Edith Lenham, Jane Norrit, Lee Allen Goodman, Leon Levy, Marcia Seltzer, Max Traeger, Melvin Temple Sr., Rose Glaser, Stanley Wernick, Sue Ruddick, and Teresa Lean Black Gurwitz. Let us all turn together to page 598 and recite the ancient words of Kaddish Yatom. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחי יכון וביום יכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קרי ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all of Israel, to which we all say together, amen. Invite you now to have a seat. And our final song is Oseh Shalom, a beautiful melody by Michael Ox. Page 178, if you wanted to follow the lyrics.
Oseh Shalom bimroma, hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimroma, hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
So before we do Kiddush and Amotzi, I will invite you, if you don't mind, join me next to the table, and I will need your help in taking it down. Thank you so much for being here with us. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Be healthy and well, and I'll meet you in our social hall.